Alrighty guys, and welcome back to the test server. I apologize for not having this out earlier, but basically, if you remember my historical battles video, I said that I had changed my settings so I could play, and I was wondering why my videos were looking off. I didn't realize that I hadn't just changed my in-game settings, I had also changed my recording settings, and I went back and I reset those. So before they were kind of looking a little different. They weren't recording in 1080p and they weren't doing other things, which is fine if I'm recording gameplay, but this is actual just looking at the map. So I changed it back, and that's why it hasn't been up, and I've been trying to figure that out, and I've just been neglecting to think about it instead of just trying everything. So let's jump into the first reworked map, guys. Alrighty guys, here we are on Malinovka, aka Kampanovka. And this is going to be the first of 7 maps it looks like we're going to be looking at. For the most part, the bases have not changed. I've only had experience with this map once in this vehicle.
Let's go!
Actually. But I suppose we can do a quick look at this base. What I'm thinking we do is we just look at this base, we move up. There's a lot of stuff changed up here, and then we'll move down, look at this, maybe at the field a little bit. This looks like it's kind of changed back here a little bit. Looks like there's a little bit more of a drop off back there, and the red line is very visible. But other than that, it doesn't looks like there's a little bit more of a divot right here, where this goes down to a dock. But other than that, there's an incredible amount. There's a little rock right there, actually. That could be a decent spot to shoot over. Doesn't look like there's an incredible amount of changes. Appear to be some new trees and such. This is Malinovka, if I didn't mention that. aka Kampanovka. So not so much changed. No, when people said this was going to be changed, I had in mind, because this side, the one I'm on, actually has buildings. I had thought that they would put buildings or take away the buildings from both sides, because it seems to me that this side wins quite a bit purely because they can win the field very easily, and because the magical forest is very easy to defend. Nothing too new over here. Maybe a little bit of a hilly change. Yeah, definitely a hilly change. This is a lot more, definitely some larger hills here. You can't shoot straight through anymore. Very steep incline here. We'll check out this part of the city area up here in a little bit. But it appears as you get past this here rock, which is brand new, you really lose a lot of the cover that you had before, and actually a lot of the trees are spaced out. So the cover that you had before is gone for the most part, and it seems like a easier time for the attacking team up here to get to this area and be able to flank around that. We'll look at that area down there a little bit more in a bit. Definitely big changes up on this hill though. This is where probably 90% of the changes to this map are. Again, nice little ridge for you driving up so you don't get shot from that side, which is a big problem before. And as you can see up here, there are now 2 tiers of fighting that you can do. So you can flank around, and not only do you have to win the windmill part up here, but you also have to win that other southernmore tier on this very top hill. But for this windmill part hasn't changed a whole lot. For the most part, these changes are in this area down here. Let's take a quick look at this other tier. Not too much cover from this side. These guys get a rock. And I suppose you can push up over here and you don't have to worry about getting shot from the side. as you can see, probably the main change here is that the forest no longer can support you on the hill, and vice versa. You can't really shoot down from the hill into the forest. So, while the hill is definitely important, it isn't as important as it was last patch, even. This part of the hill hasn't really changed going down here. Looks like they removed that little path that used to be right here that you could drive down. People usually didn't take anyways, but a little bit of changes in that. If we drive around here, check out the buildings if there's anything new. I didn't usually go down here, so I'm not quite familiar with this part of the map, to be honest. But it doesn't look too much different. I mean, I'm sure there's some more hills and stuff that are added and changed, as there appears to be quite a number of stuff up on that part of the map. And we get over to this part, and it seems to be very different than before. Before you had like a little ridge with a rock on top that you could hide from the what's it called, the forest over there. Whereas now it's just kind of an outcropping that you can drive down from the top and not from the bottom. The other nice thing is the forest over here no longer can shoot across. So I think the main thing that they did was take the forest, this forest right here, out of majority of what it was being used for before, which was camping and shooting across pretty much half of the map. Decent amount of grade changes here in the height of the terrain, and a lot of these bushes have been removed and spread out, so there's less cover. That looks like it's fordable, but I'm not about to take my vehicle down it. And this looks like you can still drive across it if you really want to. However, it does look like you can fire in from there, unlike before, which might stop a lot of people from peekaboo spotting. A little bit more bushes over here, from what I remember, and a decent ridge that you can kind of use cover from either side. The city itself doesn't seem an incredible amount changed. Overall, I'm liking these changes quite a bit. I feel like this is going to be unlike a lot of the changes, I hope this adds a little bit of dynamic gameplay to this map. It was very, very needing of it. This looks like it's changed. It looks like it's a little ridge now. For the most part, it's been this half of the map that was changed quite a bit. The bases, in my opinion, didn't seem that much different. But then again, I am familiar with maps, but I'm only familiar with the 2 or 3 ways I usually go. I mean, like, very familiar. Like, I can tell if a bush was moved. Whereas in this map, I don't usually pay attention to that stuff. I don't have a bush, the bush that I go to, and I wasn't moved or anything. It does seem like this little pond area is less now. I feel like it took up more of a space before. And it looks like there's a little bit of contours on this area of the land. But other than that, this base, like the other base, doesn't seem an incredible amount change. There's a couple more ridges, maybe for Artie to hide behind or whatever. And it seems like there's just slight grade changes that allow you to hide from direct fire, whereas artillery will still be able to prey upon you. The other thing I noticed when I played here is this, I believe it was Panther before, now looks like it's a VK301? Not entirely sure. Never used that tank. It's not a Panzer IV, that's for sure. Or is it? Maybe it is. It doesn't have the normal case on the back. That must be an early Panzer IV with a high velocity gun. Must be. It's got the Panzer IV chassis. I think that's must be Panzer IV Ausführung C or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Over here, not an incredible amount changed besides, I feel like the cover has been taken away quite a bit. Ooh, that would, oh no, there's a red line. Say, that might not be a bad spot for RE. This little island looks like it's still reachable, and I think that bush there is new. Seems like there's more bushes put up against this barrier, but there are less bushes out in the middle here. Also, this field is no longer perfectly flat. It appears to have some decent contours. Not really much that you could hide in, but enough where you might be able to haul down a little bit. Specifically in German tanks, maybe hide your lower plate. And that's about it for Malinovka. Oh yeah, by the way, they fixed the tab bug, so no longer having an issue with that. Sorry if I flashed your screen. Let's go on to the next map then. Alrighty guys, here we are, back in our World of Tanks of course. The second map to be changed is Serene Coast. From what I have heard, this top part is flatter, and I don't remember what was changed back here. For mostly, it's going to be up here if I remember right. So that's where we're going to check out first.
Let's get this show on the road.
Also, I said earlier that I would show you the independent suspension. Unfortunately, that's only for HD vehicles. I was trying to get that on my SU 12244, and I couldn't figure it out to save the life of me, and then I realized it's only for HD vehicles. So the next map we'll check out the T54 model and see what that looks like. Also, I'm gonna try and see if I can't ammo rack a tank and show off that a little bit. From first glance, this is either the same grade or not. There isn't even a hill over here anymore. Damn, this thing's fast. Yeah, there isn't even really a hill. It's kind of like a little ledge up here, and that's about it. I mean, they lowered this down a lot. Yeah, this little E25 hauls. Holy crap. Quite a big difference. There's not much of a hill at all, and it seems like there's less not space, but like spots to go, I guess you could say. What is this? Oh, that's Matilda. I think, yeah, that's her Valentine. I'm not very good with British tanks. I shouldn't say, I'm not very good with identifying any tank, really. I know it's British, I know it's either the Valentine or Matilda, and I think it's a Valentine, actually, now that I think about it. But for the most part, this looks like it's got 0 as far as a hill, and as far as everywhere else, there isn't really much.
We're immobilized.
Oh, there goes my track. Whoops. Doop-a-doo-doop-boop.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
Yeah. Not really much changed at all. See anything up here? This doesn't seem too much changed over on this side. It was already pretty flat over here, so I don't think they really needed to change it that much. I think just over on that side and this hill over here was about all that changed on this half of the map. Let's go check out the other half. that's a rock. That's new. No, I just don't usually go in the city, so I don't know the layout very well. So if you see something that's new, good for you. It's like I spy. Kind of, not really. Doesn't, from my knowledge, it doesn't seem that much different. Let me just run into everything. No, it doesn't seem that much different. Maybe over here a little bit more. This seems shallower from what I remember. This, I think, is new. I remember this being more of an island. But then again, I really never went on that side of the church before, so I don't know.
One of our tracks is damaged.
And there's my other track. Over here it doesn't seem too much different. Maybe it's just me, but I think that the only thing they really did was take out that big hill. Because there doesn't seem to be an incredible amount different. Doesn't look... I don't think that anything really changed besides that hill over there, really. I mean, there are minor changes over here, so... I think that's it for Serene Coast. Yep. Let's go on to the next map. Alrighty then, guys. We are now in Steps, and we are in the famous T5455 vehicle. I believe I put on top everything. I believe, I don't remember. Does it have... yeah, it should be, I think. I think I can check. Could have swore I did. Anyways, as we can see, the suspension looks very nice. Not flat and linear like before. Let's see if there's some good bumps up here. Drive over these slowly so you can see them. Yeah, look at that. Each road wheel works independently. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I really like that. Anyway, get my nerd boner out of here. This is Steps, and for the life of me, I can't remember what was changed on it. I think it was mostly some cosmetic changes and a little bit of some other stuff. I mean, as we can see over here, nothing too crazily changed. I am running maximum settings right now, and in case you're wondering, that is a little bit of lag. I am feeling it. And the only reason I'm not changing it down is purely because this is just a map review. I'm not doing this to play an actual game. I definitely wouldn't be playing at 28 frames per second in an actual game. Or try not to. This might be a little bit more hilly. I think it is. I don't remember there being these giant hills right here. And as we can see, we have a fellow T-54 who's sitting in. He is going to be, I'm going to try and ammo rack a T-54. Having played the T-44 a lot, and having heard horror stories about T-54s, ammo racks should be pretty easy to do. Doesn't seem too much change back here. I do have this tank unlocked in the game, I just haven't got around to buying it yet. I probably will, seeing as it's got an HD model and everything, but that might not be for a while. God, I love that. The suspension, new workings. It doesn't look like an incredible amount of change. I think it's mostly vegetation was added. All these little flowers. I don't remember them before. This is new, I think. That looks new right there, that little ridge. I'm just struggling to find new stuff. This ridge I'm driving on right now might be a little new. It doesn't seem like the other maps kind of had like a little facelift here and there, complete changes like the hill and Serene Coast. But this one, it seems to be very subtle changes. Or at least I can't tell that there are major changes. I think that's it, to be honest. Maybe drive through the middle, see if there's anything there, and then we'll try and ammo rack this T-54. I think there's 3 or 4 more maps to check out. So stay tuned. God, I love that suspense. I think I'm just gonna leave the T-54s on this entire time, and if we can't ammo rack it, I might just cut the video and just be like, yeah, I couldn't ammo rack it, so I'm gonna cut out here and I'll drive over and get all ready. Yep, that's right, we are back on Redshire. You, much like me, may have been wondering, hey, why is Redshire back again? I have no idea. I feel like I literally just reviewed this. Well, that's because I just did an 8.11. Not sure what's changed. Again, I have kept myself in the dark to most of this. I did read about it a little bit this past week, but I don't remember what it was specifically. I kind of skimmed over most of it. Unfortunately, in that last video I cut off there saying I was going to shoot at it. Didn't even damage the ammo rack, so we're going to have to try again. Unfortunately. So, I'm not sure, maybe it's heat ammo that will do better at damaging the ammo rack. Theoretically, after it penetrates the hull, it should spray a jet of some hot metal into the ammo rack, so that should hopefully do something, theoretically. Doesn't seem too new. A couple new bumps here and there. This, I believe, was changed in the last patch for the most part, so fortunately I didn't see that much action in the last patch. I didn't play very often. I was doing other things and away from home quite a bit, so didn't see Redshire quite enough. But from what little I have done, this doesn't seem that much different from the 8.11 version of it. The changes done in that. But it's in the official patch notes, so supposedly something was done and I'm not sure what it was. I mean, maybe it was just graphics overall, because I think Steps was very subtly changed, and I think it was mostly just to add some more flora, like flowers and stuff. That might be lower. I feel like that's lower. It's in a good position. Last time I kind of had to move uh, my dummy here, who, by the way, is my EU account. So technically I can have him use my alt from the EU server. Used him mostly back in the day, ironically with historical battles, as a way, because historical battles, fun fact, historical battles started in Europe, so as a way to kind of communicate between the two, I made a European account. I haven't used him for much other than this. I don't even think I have played a battle on him, so yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't feel like that. Maybe this, I think this house is new. Maybe that's what was added. This house right here feels new. That's about it. As far as I can tell, at least, so far. The city doesn't seem too much changed. That base got moved last patch. Hill doesn't seem that much different. No, Hill doesn't seem that much different. There was that divot there from the last patch. Just having Redshire change 2 patches in a row, it's just messing with what was changed in the last patch and what was changed in this patch. And I feel like, other than that one house over there, I think that might have been added. There isn't really much I can find. This doesn't seem too much different. Then again, I don't really play Artie that often, and I don't usually get the chance to hunt Artie as much as I would like to anymore. Maybe this has changed, I don't know. Don't remember there being a cemetery. That might have been new. This kind of looks new, this little ridge right here. Before this was all flat, but maybe that was an 8.11. Not sure, that kind of looks new. Is that, can't go over to it, but that looks new actually. This little castle right here, that's cool. A castle and a bridge and all. That's cool. That might be, that looks new actually. The scenery that can't even be driven by it, fought in. That's new. Of course, wargaming logic. Yeah, that's right, I'm firing heat. Oopsies. I was firing AP. It's fine. We'll drive down to the other part of that south, and then we'll go try and see if we can't get an ammo rack. I've only seen one ammo rack so far, and it was awesome. It also happened to be against me, but it was awesome. I was driving a T-3485, I believe, in historical battles the other day, because everybody else has been on Elder Scrolls Online and not wanting to play. That's why I had to use my old computer and get my alternate count out to actually do this, because they had said that they would do this with me, and then the Elder Scrolls must have come out. Fun beta. Don't want to pay 15 bucks a month to play it though, unfortunately. Unless some of you guys wants to fund me, which would be awesome. I'd play it for you a lot. That's about that. I'm gonna go move into position to go get some ammo racks, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Alrighty, guys. Could not ammo rack it. I know that they changed the armor around on the T54, so possibly what they did was change the ammo rack's location? Question mark. Dunno. That might explain why I can't ammo rack them normally. But I've always shot for the left side, purely because that's where the ammo rack was. I'm not sure, maybe that changed. I don't know. Anyways, this is Mountain Pass. Another map to get changed. I believe there's one or two more after this. And this does look different up here, as I'm getting quite a bit of lag right now. I'm not sure why. Turned everything off. There shouldn't be that much problem. Making me angry. Might have to go compress some files quick. Like that could be quick. Anyway. We have brought out the E25 for two reasons. Number one, it fires really fast, and number two, I can figure out where the ammo rack is. Unfortunately, though, even with APCR, which I'm going to end up using, I can't penetrate the front of the T54. So, I'm going to have to shoot from the sides. Luckily, this thing doesn't have heat, otherwise that could be a problem, seeing as the tracks would be hard to hit. This doesn't look too much changed over here, at least. Looks like there's water in here, but that's the only change. I don't remember there being water in there before. You know, maybe it's just all this water that's making me lag. Maybe. Doesn't look too different in here. Go back topside. Check out the bridge quick. Other things, if you would see, if I were Amarak, that you would have heard this. I was looking at my old computer, and you remember that option if you watch my overview video to set your resolution down lower than what actually was in your HUD. If you do that down to 0 with absolute minimum settings, I was able to actually get 30 FPS with my like literal 2003 junker of a laptop. Thing barely could run at about 4 frames per second the last time I used it, which I think was like patch 8.9. Didn't run very well. Anyways, running much better now with that, although I still wouldn't want to play on it. It looks absolutely terrible. Excuse me, although it is playable now. Didn't notice an incredible amount changed over here, although that maybe is flatter. I remember there being a little more of a ridge. Same goes for over here. I think the first two maps I did were the most changed, and these other ones are just kind of like little itsy bitsy little nitpicky changes. I think this one just had more grass put in, to be honest. That vibe right now, like, that's about it. And this little ridge right here that I'm about to drive over kind of looks new, but that is about it. we'll finish up at the base and then maybe shoot some T-54s. Yeah, I feel like the only thing that's changed really is grass, and maybe that's a little bit flatter over there. Maybe. That's about it. And some water over there. It seems just very cosmetic. Very cosmetic, to be honest. Not any changes in the base. Looks like. That looks new. This little structure right here, rock thing. Not destroyable. Kinda looks new. I haven't been up here, I'm not gonna lie, in a long time, so I might have been added a few patches ago. I think that's it to look at. So let's go I'm gonna go get set up for that ammo rack thing. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, let's try an ammo rack at T-54 for the third time.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh, hit the ammo rack.
Got him.
Yep. That was easy. Alright, that works like a charm. Unfortunately, I was watching my other screen, so I didn't get to see the entire thing. I'll try that again. But as you can see, the turret popped right off. I'll try that again. Alrighty guys, as you may have seen just before, I did get a successful ammo rack. Unfortunately, I was watching the wrong screen. So, I'm going to try and replicate it again. We are in Servergursk. I don't remember what this is called in the North American server. You know, your favorite concentration camp in Russia. From what I can see, it doesn't seem like an incredible amount changed. I'm hoping this can be quick so I can just drive over and pop this T-54 again. So I apologize if I missed something. I'm trying to be quick. This mound of snow looks new. Yep, I'm saying it right now. Mound of snow, new. World changing, I know. I don't know. That might not be new. But this town looks much less sparse. This is definitely new. This rock right here. That's new. This seems much small. Oh my god, this is all new. Wow, this was changed a lot. Oh wow. You can't shoot across either side anymore. Oh no. Brilliant. Brilliant, Surge. Brilliant. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool right here. You can get a little spot. When you get right here and you can side scrape a little bit through there. Nice American heavy or something like that. Russian or German. Mouse. Ooh, a mouse would do awesome right there with a little arty cover. Ooh, that'd almost be overpowered. You just sit a mouse right there, have it turn its oh. 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 Wish I had a mouse now. This actually is really nice. I hated this map with a passion for the sole reason that there was nowhere to hide on either side, and if you didn't move up, you got absolutely destroyed. And it always seemed like the base I started in, this northern one on the map, always won, and I hated this map with a severe passion. I hated it. And this is really nice. I didn't realize it was changed so much. I'm very impressed. Actually, I don't even want to shoot a T-54 ammo rack right now. I just want to gaze at how nice this is now. At least that one side. I don't know how this other side was changed. Kind of looks like it was changed too. Just looking at the map.
Enemy armor is hit.
Oh, didn't hit the ammo rack. Anyways, I feel like this flag was moved. I don't think it was right here before. I think it was up here more, if I remember right, if memory serves me. I feel like these two little, I don't know, wings were changed, and that's about it. Because this doesn't look too different. But that's definitely a welcome sight. I hope they change the starting positions too, so you don't get screwed if you try to drive over here. Although you can't shoot down from there anymore, can you? And you can't really shoot from there. Doesn't look like off the map. Very nice though. I do like this. It's a little bit more isolated, which could be a problem, but it is kind of artillery not friendly. I don't know how to say that. Artillery, anti-artillery, I guess. But it's at the same time very easily, you can be outmaneuvered here. There aren't very many choke points. There's a lot of forks. Definitely stamp of approval from me. Definitely. I am liking it. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, is that bunker? Is this a bunker I see? By gosh, it is. Telling me the Russians had this new thing called a bunker. By Jovie, they've done it. I love that thing. It gives a little sounds.
Track hit.
No, I'm not going to repeat that. City doesn't look too changed at all. Come on. Drive, mush. Anyway, let's see if we can't ammo rack this sucker. Alrighty, guys. And today we're on Pro River. Unfortunately, couldn't blow that T-54 to smithereens like before.
Let's get this show on the road.
Kinda lucky, I think, that I just happened to hit the ammo rack on the first try last time, knock on wood. But this is Pro River, like I just said. Oh wow, I just realized they changed the starting point. It's no longer over here, it's up here. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder if that's the main changes. Right, drive over. Ooh, is this a road I see? Oh, don't screw me, Wargaming, don't screw me. It is. Oh my god. Are you... What? You can drive through here now? What? What? Oh, don't tell me you can drive over that bridge over there. Oh. Oh, I will love you long time. Oh yes, if you tell me. I'm just kidding. But seriously. Yes, yes. So close. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, 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 no. No, no. Oh, so close. I'm so close. No. That's unfortunate. It's whatever. Anyways, it looks like you can drive up here now. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That'll put a damper in a lot of the old ways of defending this map. Now you're gonna have to worry about flanking mediums, some fast tank destroyers, light tank spotting. There's a new thing right there. I wanted to say water wheel, but that is incorrect. That is a thing that I cannot remember the name of. And yeah, that's a thing that has a name that I can't remember. Aha. It's not a windmill. I'll probably get it eventually. I'll be like on to something completely different. Oh, that's right. Anyways, I do like this. This is a welcome improvement. Very nice. Oh, this is a one-way street.
One of our tracks is damaged.
Yep, that's one way. Let's see, was anything done over here to stem the tide of all the people camping it? No, not really. Besides that area being put in. Or the little pass, which I think is really nice and all, but it will be interesting to see how this plays now that it's got all these changes. Looks like this side's cap was also moved. They were both moved to be a little bit less wide open, but at the same time they're easily flankable now. Not to say they weren't before. Still a little stuff back there. Yeah, this is definitely much, much different. I do like it, to be honest. Little plateau up here to fire off of, in case anyone wants to ever fire off that, but whatever. Not much changed over here now. Not that it needed to be changed at all. I mean, it was pretty well done before, in my opinion. This part always seemed to be a decent fight. Although down here, there's a lot more houses. This is a little bit different. I'll go into the city when I come back. That path just leads back there. Definitely like this much better. It's very nice. I like these, the changes over here specifically. Those little roads added in are very nice. Again, doesn't look very much changed. Maybe a little bit more grass than I remember, but it's whatever. Not much, not much. Not an incredible amount changed over here, it looks like. Until you get to here where it's definitely changed. Again, overall I've been very impressed with this update. haven't been this impressed with an update in a very long time. Probably since they put in physics, to be honest. City doesn't seem incredible amount changed. It looks like there's some more walls up, which don't really help at all because you can shoot through them very easily, but maybe for sight, so you don't get... Ooh, this is different. City center is different. Maybe a little bit more fights going on. Although this looks all destructible. Yeah, it's all destructible. Usually if you see a one-story building or a building that's like 1.5 stories, like the one right there, it's usually destructible, so you can kind of gauge whether it is or not. Alright, yeah. Now you look at these walls right here, I mean, E25 can hide right behind that. If let's say there's something up there, it won't even know it's here. No, until bam, you're done. Not really, you only have like 150 less hit points, but that's fine. Let's go blow us up a T-54. No, Himmelsdorf did not get changed. The only reason I'm here is because I still have to kill me a T-54. Those were all the map changes, so make sure to check those out. I'm gonna go kill me a T-54, and right after this, no matter how many times you can take me, I'm gonna show you a gosh dang ammo rack explosion. I'm gonna show you the whole thing going up in the air instead of just a zoomed in version of it, so I'll be back with that. Alrighty guys, a bit of a dirt moment there. You look at all these road wheels, you see that they're very perfectly aligned except for this front one and the second one. That happens to be because the ammo rack is between it. Yeah, I was firing over here for some reason, and apparently the ammo rack is here. I've never really aimed at the ammo rack for a T-54 from the side. Usually I fire from the front, so I didn't know that. Fun facts all around. And guess what? First hit the ammo rack. Let's see if we can't get it.
Penetration.
Come on.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
There we go. That's an ammo rack. That was cool. Definitely worth it. Worth the time to get it. Whew. That only took like 8 tries and like 8 times going back to Google. Alright guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you all later.